Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to do our February 2025 What Are You Manifesting message from your spirit guides and angels pick a card reading. Oh my god, I feel the pick a card reading are becoming a bit of like an iconic thing. Like, it's so old at this point. We've been around for 7 years, I think, on YouTube. It's becoming iconic. So let's do it every month. If you're interested in my pick a card reading, which are slightly different than other psychic, because yes, it's true, I do give guidance, suggestions, and some predictions, but I am very versatile in the law of assumption. And so I also give a lot of advices on how to change the predictions from the cards, to see the cards as tools of empowerment, because you are the creator of your own reality. And I give you suggestions through the law of assumption and more through the universal laws in order for you to manifest exactly what is it that you want. And if you're interested in these topics about esotericism and manifestation, go ahead and subscribe to my other channel, Nega, where I talk thoroughly about all of these topics. And as well on Patreon, you have a mix of both pick a card world and tarot world, esoteric world, and manifestation. But an extra content weekly plus a chat where we support one another. And I finished the introduction by saying that also when you get a reading from me, you not only get a prediction or just like what I see, what I can channel from spirit guides and angels, but you do always get some law of assumption suggestions, like a coaching. Like I said, because I see tarot as a tool of improvement and to check on our energy rather than something that should limit you. So that's my style. It's a little bit peculiar. Not a lot of people do it this way, and that's why we love it. So, all right, and now that, and by the way, my name is Naya for those of you guys who are new. So, with that being said, I am going to insert on the screen, as usual, 3 symbols that you can choose from. Take your time. You can pause the video right now, even as I'm talking, so you can choose the right symbol for you, and then go to the timestamps that I will provide down below, so you can go ahead and check your pile. Subscribe also because I am doing some shorts with daily updates on the cards and daily messages, so you don't want to miss out on those as well. Okay, with that being said, let's get started. All right, pile number 1. And yes, the thing behind me, it's a litter. It's basically a spaceship for the cats. I am doing the video in this area of my house because the studio, it's not ready, so bear with me. But it's the best area of the house where there is natural lighting. Pile number 1, hello, maybe you've got cats. Now, I want to start with just a general message for you, and then we're going to go deeper on what you're manifesting, what is your energy for February 2025 with the tarot cards. Mind you, I forgot to tell you, but I'm going to tell you, pile number 1, that if you want anything from my shop, like private readings, courses, manifestation reports, soul projects reports where I can see through your astrology chart, I channel your blueprint and energy for this lifetime and what is your purpose in basically, or guidance about your purpose. Everything is discounted at 50% for the month of February up until the 9th as a Sun Valentine's discount. Actually, it's a pre-Sun Valentine's discount. Link down below with the code. Okay, with that being said, finally, we can start. Let's see what is your message. All right. The witch transformed the world instantaneously by shifting her perspective. This is very interesting. I hope you guys can see the card. Now, I always say, and if you've been following me for a while, it's because you love this fact that I'm a witch, and I do believe that a lot of the basic of magic and esotericism and witchcraft, it's nothing but manifestation. Manifestation is just another way to create your own reality, but witchcraft and the knowledge of the esoterica, I've been telling the same tale in a different kind of way for the longest time. So if you go and read a lot of the grimoires from the past, you will see that any magician, we could call it, any witch would have told you that the first thing that you need in order to create a spell or to create what you want, because what is magic? Magic is to use the power of your will to affect a change in actuality. That's the same as manifestation, isn't it? And all you need is your mind. That's why the ones that are considered the most advanced witches, they don't even need candles. They don't even need anything or a ritualistic spell. They'll do everything with their mind. But it's the same as manifestation. It's just the manifestation became more popular, and I think, well, it doesn't matter. This is going to be a long talk otherwise in a completely different video. Anyway, what you need to hear, pile number one, is that listen, you are in control of your reality, and you don't need to affirm for thousands of months. You don't need to visualize Neville Goddard style if that is not your cup of tea, or perhaps you have aphantasia or ADHD. You don't need to do anything. The key to manifest, the key to get what you want in this February is to understand that what manifests is your state, the state that you are in. What is a state? A state is basically you feeling lucky is a state. You feeling, you believing in tarot cards is a state. You feeling not so lucky in love because of your past and whatever happens in your relationship, that's a state. States are stories that you keep telling your mind, and basically identifications that you sit on and you say, this is me. No, this is not you. That's your state. It's different. I'm feeling, and it's even beyond feeling. It's like you thinking and identify with certain things or having certain beliefs and assumption around reality. And because our world is our mirror, it mirrors what? Consciousness. Why? Because everything is consciousness rearranged in a different way. The table is consciousness. It's like you. It's just rearranged in a different way. It's same as human beings. We are all the same. We're all connected, but we are all consciousness rearranged differently and living its own incarnation. So with that being said, you understand that you don't need to be a master manifester. You already are. This is who you are. You cannot stop manifesting, pile number one. The only thing that it takes you to manifest what you want instead of what you don't want is to pay attention to your state of consciousness. It's to shift perspective. There are infinite ways in which you can see your present circumstances. And I didn't even touch the tarot yet. I don't know what's going on. And to be frank, I don't need to know. And so you don't need to pay attention to, because let's say that I'm going to see with the tarot that you've been sad, that you need a shift, that you want to manifest this and that. It wouldn't even matter what circumstances you have been living. What matters is that you now decide, I can see the situation in my advantage. Everything is at my advantage. Actually, the fact that I was feeling miserable led me to this video and to the only pick a card reader that is telling me exactly what I need to hear. And what I need to hear is not another damn pick a card reading. I don't need to watch another prediction. I don't need to know what's going on in my future. I'm going to create my future right now. How? I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. I'm going to shift the perspective. What is it that you want? Say it. It's yours now. That's what you need to know in February 2025. You just gotta shift perspective. I know, this channel has started to sound a lot like my other channel. So let's see, pile number one. What else? What's going on? Let's be more empathic over here. Let's see what's going on. Because I don't know what's going on, seriously. All right, so we do have the 5 of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Guys, the thing is, like, I see a heartbreak of some sort. Now, heartbreaks don't have to be necessarily about relationship, even though most likely this is a heartbreak because of a relationship or a specific person. But I feel that you are so sad. You wake up in the morning and you feel sad. And so you have been feeling like this for such a long time or for a while that now you don't even remember why you feel sad. What is the reason of this sadness? But with the 5 of Cups, is telling you that not only you can shift perspective, perspective right now, but you should see that in reality, the love that you're looking for is just right behind your back. You are crying over this person or over the situation when you could literally turn your head around and the person that is meant to be for you is right there. But you have to see it. The world cannot shift perspective for you, because the world, pile number one, is just a mirror. It will mirror whatever it is that whatever state you are in. And if you are in the state, I am miserable all the time, what do you expect from the future? It's not gonna, if you don't change a state, it's not going to come for you out of the blue. And even let's say if angels and spirit guides wants to give you a little bit of a boost, a little bit of a sign or a gift, and it makes you meet someone else, or the SP comes back, or some miracle happens, even if you didn't do anything, if you don't shift perspective, you're gonna lose it again, because you're simply not in that self-concept. You're not in that state. So guys, what are you doing? Why are you paying attention to the circumstances? Why are you looking at all the things that do not work and why this is not happening, when in reality it's already done? You just have to turn to the right side and see things more clearly. Even if you have been losing someone or losing in general, there is a loss for sure, but I've been through many losses in my life. I've been through many challenges. There is always a different way of seeing things. And when you start training your mind to see advantage, no matter where you go, that's where you become successful and triumphant, because you have the will and the drive to keep being persistent. And guess what? February, Page of Cups, I actually think that if you will change perspective, the love that you're looking for, or a reconciliation, even a start of a reconciliation, can actually happen in February. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. There is a lot of emotions available for you in the month of February. There is a new love if you're looking for a new love, or even if you're not looking, I think there is going to be someone that is going to come towards you with some sort of offering. If you're not interested in love at all, and this is about a job or a career or just a general sense of sadness, if you are going to shift perspective, I see that the universe, God, spirit, your source energy, your subconscious, call it however you want, wants to give you a sign, wants to give you an offer to push you forward. But you gotta be looking in the right places. Ten of Pentacles, it's actually not that bad. Honestly, if you just shift your perspective, there is a lot of abundance coming for you. There is family, there is unions, there is happiness, there is prosperity, abundance. And maybe this Page of Cups is what you needed, like a new beginning of some sort, that will lead you to much more abundance than before, in a place that you can call home. I see this available for you in the month of February, but you are the key to making this happen, because it's almost like your angels and spirit guides are trying to help you. They're trying to push you towards the right direction. They're like, it's here, you're almost there. But you're turned on the other side. You're giving them your back. And so how can you see that there is so much abundance coming for you? There is happiness coming for you. There is someone interested in you. How can you see it if you're not even putting yourself out there and you're turning your back to your blessings? We have the King of Autumn. This is a Taurus. Be assertive when it comes to what you know is right. Everything going your way, a good person or company to work for. You have what it takes for things to go your way. I see also you have been worried a lot about your finances. Why? You have everything under control. But the more you worry, the more Florence Scovel, this author of Manifest of Law of Assumption, she used to say that the more we fear something and we try to hide this fear, the more subconsciously we pay attention to it and it ends up manifesting. And it is true. Look around at the life of people. They always end up manifesting their greatest fears, even if it takes a while. So why are you afraid of losing so much money? Maybe it is a trauma, maybe it is a story, maybe it's an experience from the past, maybe it's a feeling of anxiety because you don't feel safe, you don't know whether you're going to be able to provide for the future. But the angels and spirit guides are saying this is not true, it's an illusion. You're making this anxiety all up in your mind, but it doesn't have any true foundation in your actuality. So stop, because you will end up manifesting, but you can't get sick before you are. But you are getting sick before you are because you're paying attention to it through your anxiety. You understand where I'm coming from? There's no point worrying about something that didn't happen yet. Yes, okay, true, you got to be responsible in life, you got to make plans, I get it. But getting so worried to the point where it's like, you can't breathe from the anxiety when the bad scenario that you're thinking about just didn't happen yet, it's insanity. It doesn't make sense. And it's a wrong use of imagination. Where you should instead assume, what if I'm going to thrive even more? What if I'm actually going to have even more money? Oh my God, am I going to be able to handle them? You're going to learn. You're going to learn. And if you have more money, you can hire people to teach you how to use money or invest them or whatever. Then we have the Three of Spring. Definitely in the month of February, I do see that there are some steps that you're going to take towards something new. Like, it's almost like the universe is preparing you for a new journey, for a new endeavor. Plan your next steps with an eye to the long term. There is something that is unfolding that you are afraid is not going to last, but is actually there for you to stay for a very long time. So these steps that you're going to take, plan number 1 in February, are crucial to lay down the solid foundation of this plan that is going to be maybe your sustainable business for a very long time, or a sustainable relationship, or whatever. Have patience. There are more good things to come. Satisfaction from a job well done. I told you there is something coming because you deserve it, especially money-wise. And there is really nothing to worry about. You just have to be patient instead of moaning about the fact that it's not coming yet exactly how you want it to, or moaning about this heartbreak, because everything is taken care. Yes, everything is taken care of, Spirit is saying, but everything is happening at the right time and in the right steps, and you will see the development of this next steps in your journey in the solid business that I'm seeing in the month of February. The month of February is like that pivotal point that is going to give you authority over this business that you have, I'm seeing, and it's going to lay the solid foundations for a long-term financial abundance that will go throughout the year. Okay, so I hope I covered both aspects of love and this other financial points that I've seen through the cards. Let me get a specific message about love for you, pile number 1. Chivalry. Listen, maybe you're obsessed about an ex and that's why you're crying with the 5 of Cups, but I see someone else coming up. I see someone that wants to take you out on dates, giving you flowers and presents. Somebody just wants you, and you got to pay attention because it's next to you. You didn't see them, or it's just right here. It's coming. It's so similar to the Page of Cups. Like, somebody wants to take you out in the month of February. And then we have creativity. Maybe you are a creator. This person is a creative person too. But I see that in the month of February, your creativity is going to be wide open. Or if you thought about your life purpose, definitely utilizing creativity is part of your life purpose. And that's what you should do. And then we have reparenting yourself. Maybe you are a parent and you have been stressed out lately because when you become a mom or a dad, a lot of things change in you, inside of you as a person, as well as outside of you. Schedules and programs to change, routines change all the time. And I feel that when you become, or maybe you have been a parent for a while, then you know that you have been reparenting yourself in the process of parenting your children, because you realize all that you have been as a child, and now you want to transmit either something different or some of the same things. There is a whole entire transformation and reevaluation, and a lot of inner child healing, sorry, my language, in the process. So maybe all of this is happening for you in the month of February. If you are not a mom or a dad or a parent, what I'm seeing is that some of the limits that you felt and that made you feel very sad and lonely, like we said before with that 5 of Cups, come because you need to go deeper into your inner child. Now, I'm not a fan of inner child work, but sometimes it's necessary. So I'm not a fan of being in therapy for years or doing shadow work in years, but I think it's healthy to take a moment and analyze the stories that go on in our mind, because most of the stories, they come from programming of when we were children. So for example, think about love. I am not loved. I always end up with people that never love me or never listen to me. They don't make me feel special in the end, only at the beginning. Ask yourself always when you're facing some struggles or obstacles. Same with money. I'm afraid of losing money all the time. Why? Ask yourself, when was the first time that I felt this way? And go with the flow of whatever comes up. Most likely, and most of the time, you will come up with a memory from your childhood, a programming, a lesson, something that your parents have passed on. Look at that with the rational eyes of from a third person perspective. Like you as an adult, you look into this little child and into the programming of this child. So for example, mommy never listened to me. She was narcissistic. She never paid attention. She only paid attention when we were out and she had to brag about me. But once we were home, it was done. She never paid attention. It was only about herself, and I was never good enough. And then you think about your relationship and the people that you tend attracting, and you tend attracting people that only give you attention to show you off or at the beginning and love bomb you, and then in the end they discard you. You're never good enough. You're always wrong, etc., etc. Why? Because that is your programming. Now you know. Awareness is key. Awareness is healing. So now that you know, should you still believe that? No, pal number one, you do not have to perpetuate this belief over and over again, because now that you can see it as for what it is, a sad story of your past, you can forgive whoever needs to be forgiven, or don't if you don't want to, and say, I'm not that person anymore. I'm not that broken child anymore. I can reparent myself. I can give myself love. I can show myself. I don't have to make this subconscious poor decision of going with this type of people that resemble the trauma that my mom, for example, gave me. I can choose differently. And so next time you're on a date, you're going to pay attention to what they're doing, because you are reparenting yourself. You're seeing yourself through a different light and not through the subconscious wounds, because when it's subconscious and you're not aware, you keep doing the same pattern without realizing. But when you bring awareness to those shadows, even in 10 minutes, just like we did together, then when you go out into the world and trying to create something different, you pay attention to what you're doing, what you're saying. You observe differently other people and the way they interact you. You make different decisions. You choose different people. And then there is the entire story of manifestation, where when you are aware, you can affirm for something different and people show up completely in a different way. So there are many layers on how to see this, a psychological layer and an esoteric layer. So you understand, I see a lot of this for you in February, a lot of inner realization. And they are tied to your relationship with money and finances and your relationship with love. These stories, you want to bring them into an end, pile number one, and you want to reparent yourself. Use your creativity wisely, use your imagination wisely, because every single time that you are assuming something negative about the future, you're using your imagination in the wrong way. That's all that it is to it. But when you use your imagination, your creativity to assume, oh my God, I'm going to be with the love of my life. I'm going to thrive in my business. I have nothing to fear. God has got my back, etc., etc. You're using your creativity wisely. And then you can expand more and more and more. And that's the game of life and how to play it. All right. So, wow, that was a lot of messages. Thank you so much, pile number 1, for showing up in today's pick a card reading. I hope this video was inspiring. Let me know in the comment section down below, and I will move ahead for those of you guys who choose pile number 2. Hello, pile number 2, and welcome to your reading. One thing that I forgot to mention before we start with your reading, if you do want a private reading with me, there is 50% discount on everything in my shops up until the 9th of February as a San Valentine's, pre-San Valentine's discount. With that being said, let's get started. So, what are you manifesting, pile number 2, in the month of February? This is also like, pile number 1 was nothing, it was not a lot about manifesting, like what exactly you're manifesting, but it was more like guidance and suggestions from Spirit. So let's see what's up with you, because I cannot control what Spirit wants to say. So let's start. Magical potential is forecast in the witch's head. Wow. So there is a lot going on for you in February 2025. Your mind is full of ideas, full of things that you're manifesting. You can just affirm everything is wonderful. Remember, if you have multiple things that you want to manifest, you don't have to affirm for 20 different things. So you can literally just make a list of all the things that you want. Your subconscious mind registers that list by the virtue of you doing the list, because it records everything that you're doing. And then you can just say, I am so happy because I manifested everything that I want. Everything is wonderful. And your subconscious mind will go back to the list. It will remember it. That thing, done. That's it. Super easy. So there's a lot. There's a lot of things you're manifesting. There's a lot of things going on. And I think that for the first time in your life, now you're open to see that you can manifest even things that might feel impossible, or your mind is just expanding to more infinite possibilities in general. So I love that, because maybe before you were more closed and you were like, oh, no, I'm not going to go towards that ending because that looks impossible. But now maybe because you have been reading a lot of books, you've been listening to a lot of success stories, or maybe you had some success stories yourself in regards to conscious manifestation. It's almost like you're like, if I manifested already this, and that, then what else? It's possible. Maybe nothing is impossible. I see you really expanding your mind in the month of February. So with that being said, let's see some tarot. Oh, remember to pay attention to these signs and synchronicity. I need to make a video on signs from the universe, because yes, it's true that you manifest the signs and you determine all the meanings of whatever sign you're seeing outside of you. But at the same time, it is true the spirit guides and angels are always speaking to you, and you should pay attention, because you know, there's simple little things that people don't pay attention to that tell you that your manifestation is coming. Because Neville Goddard used to say, the signs don't precede manifestation, they follow. So by the time that you see the sign, it's because the manifestation is done. It's unfolding, it's on its way, it's flowing, and you got it. You got it 100%. But if you don't hear the sign, then you might doubt that your manifestation is not coming, and then you delay and you revert back, and that creates a mess in your mirror world. I give you one example. I remember when I was manifesting love, and I was doing my affirmations, I was doing everything that we discussed on my other channel, and I remember vividly, I was in a taxi actually, and this song, while I was going out, came up, and it was from Lizzo, and it was a song about like she was going to be loved, or like the love was coming, something like that. And I remember it was on the radio, and I paid attention to the lyrics, and I was like, that's a sign that my manifestation, it's done. It's happening now, because otherwise I would never hear it. Just by listening to that song, I heard it, and I was like, it's not a coincidence that I'm hearing this song right now. I popped over the taxi, and that day, as I walked the crossroads, I meet my husband, my now husband. That was the day. That was so fast. So pay attention. Don't Don't sit and say, I've done all my affirmations, I've done all my stuff, and I don't see it coming. No, it is, but you're not paying attention. Pay attention. Go a little bit outside of yourself. The universe, God, subconscious mind, spirit guides, and angels, they are always speaking. I see somebody coming in the month of February. Could be an SP if you're interested in SP, doesn't have to be. But this is a king of wands. This is an honest man, an adventurous man, a passionate man. They are usually, they could be red, light brunettes in general, light brown especially. They could come from a different culture background than you, the ones to rule the foreign lands. They are passionate. They are Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. It's a great thing. It's a great thing, and maybe it is exactly what you want. It is also the King of Wands, a way to tell you that in the month of February, you need to embrace a little bit more your masculine energy, taking a little bit more charge and authority of your life. Like I said, go out there, pay attention to the signs. Don't just sit like the Four of Cups and look at all the things that you have and all the present circumstances and be like, it's not happening yet. It's not happening yet. Go and make it happen. I'm not talking about stalking anybody when it comes down to love, but go and make it happen. Like many people, they're manifesting love. They're like, oh, nobody loves me. Nobody wants to be with me. I'm going out and I only meet douchebag. But what energy are you giving off? Are you giving off an energy of like, I'm independent, I'm secure, I'm happy, I am full of love? Are you loving yourself? Are you loving your life? Because it's all about the energy that you emanate. Seriously, we are like antennas. People can pick up energies. People can pick it up subconsciously. For example, narcissists, they are so good at spotting the victim and the empath. They're so good. Because of why? Because they can feel the energy. They can feel and they look the way you move and the way you act, etc., etc. Empaths are very good at spotting loads of things because of their ability. We are all in the energy. So you can't just sit at home and complain and think that your life is going to change. Pile number 2. What energy are you giving off? And you are in control of that. That's the basis of manifestation. You're in control of your perspective. You're in control of your states. You're in control of your mind. You're in control of what energy you surround yourself with internally and what you're emanating. Okay? You're in control. And February wants to teach you that you're not just a victim of your circumstances. Let's see what else. Pile number 2. Oh, and there is a wish coming true actually for you in the month of February. 9 of Cups. This could be even going out with some friends and celebrating. We do have with the 6 of Cups a meeting a soulmate or a reconciliation. So if you're manifesting love, it is going to happen. Why? Because we also got the 2 of Cups. Maybe this could be also a reconciliation between an existing, like you are in an existing relationship and you want more harmony in this relationship. It definitely can happen in the month of February, but for the majority of you, this is about paying attention to the signs and knowing that you are on the right path. If you have been manifesting a specific person or love in general, it is going to happen most likely in the month of February. Or you're manifesting a true connection, true love, long and love-lasting relationship. You just have to be persistent about it and giving off that energy of gratitude and appreciation for life. That is the energy of love. And as the last card, we do have the Ace of Swords. Also, the month of February wants to be a month for you where you wants to introduce some new beginning, new conversation, and new things to your table. So a lot of the energy, pile number 2, of stagnation that you have felt, it's going to be lifted up in the month of February. But at the same time, help this process by giving off this energy of renewal, new communication, and new love and gratitude and appreciation. And then you're going to help the process unfolding for you. So let's get another card for pile number 2. The Eight of Autumn, very interesting. They want you to research something more deeply. Maybe you have been thinking about taking a new class, a new course, a new specialization, or a new endeavor with this Ace of Swords as well. Aries, Aquarius, sorry, Gemini or Libra, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. But I think this is not about love with the Eight of Autumn. This is about you, pile number 2, in the month of February, going back on track, looking at your job and your endeavors, your careers, and wanting to specialize into something more. So for example, I don't know. So let's say that you are doing a particular job and you have seen a course that can give you better qualifications, so you can maybe raise your prices or be better qualified or get a promotion. You are exploring that possibilities, and they want you to research even better these courses and these possibilities, because they might be very helpful for you in the month of February. Do more research before proceeding. Education in the form of seminars, going back to school, or apprenticeship is opened for you in the month of February. Excellent craftsmanship and long-term projects. And I am seeing 1111 as I'm speaking, talking about signs. So pay attention. They have been telling you, do this seminars, do this course, invest in yourself. Come on. They want to say, come on, girl, bring on that energy, bring it on, bring it out. And instead you're cramped inside and you just don't want to do it because you're afraid. No, go and do it. You're not going to regret it. I don't know what. So go ahead and do it. They're saying, go girl, go and do it. So the camera actually stopped. So I just wanted to finish that sentence for you. But I got other 2 cards that popped out in regards to love. And one card is spiritual maturity and the other one is emotional freedom. I think, like I was saying before, that a lot of you guys are manifesting either a specific person, or you're just manifesting a change in a partnership that it's already happening. You're already in this partnership, and you just want to communicate to the other person that you are not their enemy. You want to walk the same path as them. You want to help them out, or just simply you would like to have positive conversations and conversations that are more mutual, where you can truly understand one another. And like I said, not seeing each other as enemy. You also want to manifest within the spiritual maturity in a relationship, emotional freedom. Like I feel that you have been feeling stuck in relationships in general for a while. Maybe you have not been feeling like you could be yourself with this person, and so you're trying to manifest a different version of them where you can totally be relaxed and be yourself. And you can, but the first thing that you got to do is, how can you be spiritually mature by yourself? Second, how can you feel emotionally free now by yourself? The more you embody that state, the more you embody that energy, pile number 2, the more it gets reflected back to you, even in the people that you're with or you're trying to attract. Okay? So that's all for today. That's what I'm seeing. I hope this reading resonated with you. Remember that L that I offer, it's down below in the links, and there is a 15% discount for all my services. Link is down below with the promo code and everything. I love you guys, and I see you next month for another pick a card reading on what you're manifesting. I hope you have a terrific February 2025. Bye. Hello, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading on what are you manifesting February 2025. Both pile number 1 and 2 have been a lot of like channeling guidance, so I'm very curious to see what's up with you, pile number 3. Remember, because I forgot to say it at the beginning of the video, that if you do or are interested in any of my products and private readings, there is a 15% discount with the promo code that I will have posted down below up until the 9th of February as a Sun Valentine's, pre-Sun Valentine's discount and promotion. All right, let's get a message straight away for you, pile number 3. We're going to have a general message first and then dive deeper with the tarot. My readings are very straightforward, and so let's get started. Okay. A witch knows walking away from conflict is often a greater display of magical power. I feel like you're tired. You're tired of arguing. You're tired of haters. You're just tired and you're like, I don't care. I'm not bothered anymore. I feel at some point in anyone's life, if you reached any sort of maturity, you will get it. Like anybody will get to this point where you're like, I don't care. I just want to be myself. I don't care about the judgment of other people. I don't care of arguing anymore. I'm just going to walk away. I love there was a meme, like a trend on TikTok that I used to love. And it was like, see me, you see, I'm leaving the country rather than killing someone. Very mindful, very demure. That's like literally what you're doing. You're like, I'm going away. I'm walking out. What's the point? They're not going to change their mind. We're just going to argue for hours. This could be a boss. It doesn't have to be like, or a colleague. It doesn't have to be necessarily romantic. But I feel that you have arrived to this point where you're like, I don't even want to manifest this person to change. I don't care. I just don't want to argue anymore. I think I deserve better. I think I deserve somebody that understands me, since I have friends. I have other people that I discuss to, and they get it. They get me. I don't have to argue hours and hours and hours about something. It doesn't have to feel like a struggle to talk. And in the month of February, you're taking that luggage and you're going. That's it. You're like, I'm not wasting my energy in this way. So you're taking your package, your luggage, and you are going. You're leaving. You don't feel this is worth it anymore, and you just want to start on your own again. You understood that sometimes walking away is the best way. Reminds me of that song, I'm walking away from the trouble in my life. I'm walking away to find a better day. And over here, you guys, I show you my age. Anyway, so that's what I'm seeing right off the bat in the month of February. Let's see what the tarot can reveal to us and what it's happening. I'm walking away from the troubles in my life. It's like it feels this way for you, pile number 3. You're walking away from the troubles. You're like, whatever. Like, maybe you're even decluttering, throwing away things, that cutting your hair off. Like, I see you're taking the car and you're just driving away. That's what I'm seeing in the month of February. Wow. And then we have the 6 of Wands. And because you're liberating yourself, rebranding yourself, perhaps changing your appearance, like I see a level of freedom that you didn't experience before happening in the month of February. There is a lot of recognition. Like, people are gonna see you glowing. People are going to recognize you. People, like, when something ends on one side, it could be from your private life, something ends, boom, then you rise because you finally have all that potential and all that energy that was bottled up before that finally emerges again. And so you have so much more energy for your stuff, for your own career, for your own business, for your own success, and people can feel it and want to be around you. So the month of February is this phoenix that rises and from her ashes and starts again. It's almost like the other song. I don't know, maybe you are a musician and you love music, because for the other 2 piles I wasn't channeling any song, but I see you like maybe on the car and putting in the car and putting this song like, here I go again on my own, going down the only road I ever known. And again, I'm showing my age, but 6 of Wands, there is success coming up for you in the month of February. There is you finally in the podium. There is you getting the prize. There is you getting recognized. This is also in astrology an activation of the 10th house that I'm seeing for you. Leo, Aries, or Sag. Isn't this Sagittarius season, or I'm just mad? No, it's just ended. I don't know. I don't even pay attention to the months anymore. Let's see. No, February is Aquarius. What I'm talking about. Let's see. I mean, there was a heartbreak. There was a disappointment. There was definitely the necessity to go away, because you have been miserable for too long, and your spirit guides and angels have been seeing you in this state, and they're like, I'm walking away from the trouble in my life. It's almost like your spirit guides and angels are like, that's the trouble. That's right there. That's your trouble. Walk away. Walk away. Like 8 of Cups. It doesn't matter how long you have been spent building this thing or building this relationship. It doesn't matter. Sometimes the only thing that you can do is walk away, and it's the best thing to do. I mean, I had to walk away from this channel for a while to come back better than before with a different awareness. It gave me strength to build my other channel, who went tremendously well, to build my TikTok, to do so many other things. And as I walk away from the things that I built for 7 years, which is the stereo channel, as I said goodbye to an old part of myself, and I was afraid because this channel was also my sustenance, and I loved the tarot, but I was exhausted from it. Everything went better. And then when I came back with a newer perspective, and now I enjoy it so much. And now I don't need to do it because this is my sustenance. I'm doing this out of love finally, which is how the tarot is supposed to be done. And I'm never going to leave the tarot. And I am doing it in the right state of mind and state of energy. So walking away, it's not always an ending. Walking away sometimes is necessary, even if you have placed so much effort and so much work or so many years in a relationship or in a job. Sometimes walking away is the best thing you can do, and you are doing it out of love. And it might work so much better for you, even if the things come back. Like in my example. Like I said, there is a heartbreak. It is hard to walk away because you have invested time and energy and emotions because you're a person. But it's just not working. It's just not. And there's no point in lying to yourself in this way. And with this depleted energy, you're not going anywhere. You're not making it any better. You don't have energy to manifest it better at this time. You need time for yourself. You need time to free and go. You need that. You need to do this for yourself. Pile number 3 in the month of February. Let's see what else. The Tower. It's inevitable. If you don't walk away, something from the spirit world is going to make you do it. Because this thing has to collapse. Number 16. If you see 16 as a number, that's the Tower card. And that's a karmic number. This thing has to happen. Sometimes we are so afraid and we run away from endings, so from walking away, and we push it away so strongly. And then our higher self, if not spirit guides and angels, are like, no, I want better for you. There is a better way. I can see it because I can see from the 4th dimension all the infinite possibilities. Stop it. And it, boom, and something bad happens, or a blessing in disguise. Something collapses because it has to, because it was draining you anyway, and you weren't courageous enough to walk away first. You can avoid this by simply listening and paying attention to the signs and do what you know has to be done. It has to be done. And that's why you have clicked on this video. That's your message from your spirit guides and angels. If this is resonating with you, if it's not resonating, don't take it. But if this is resonating with you, it's hitting some points inside of you, it has to be done. And that's what I keep hearing from spirit guides and angels. Sometimes it's gotta rain. Sometimes it's gotta rain. Okay, let me see another card for you. So the month of February, it's not an easy month. It's a month of breaking free. It's a month of you facing your fears. It's a month of liberating yourself, transforming. But at the same time, if you do this, it's a month of recognition. And sometimes this is how life goes. Sometimes some things end on one side, and then you got a great success. My life has been a little bit like this. I had a lot of moments where my personal relationships were going to tits and my entire career was exploding. I know that so many people can relate to this, and I think it has to do with the pendulum movement of the universe. I talk about it in other videos on my other channel. It's about the 7 hermetic principles and the laws of the universe. And don't let me say it in this video because it's too long. But life is about balance. Life, it is about a pendulum that goes up and down. And sometimes in order to receive certain lessons, but also certain levels of success, awareness, personal moments of independence and freedom, We gotta break free from things that are keeping us down, even though those things or people we might love very dearly. Sometimes life happens in this way, and at the end of the day, no one is ever lost, and nothing is ever lost. We will all find each other in the spirit world, and we will all laugh at one another, because this was just a game and this was just a play. It wasn't really that serious or that important. But what is important is that we learn our individual lesson and we move forward with our soul to grow. That is what is important. And what we give to another, the love that remains, that is what we take on the other side, and that is what is important. And I feel for you, pile number 3, also the fact that they want you so successful and recognizable in the month of February has to do with maybe the message that you're giving off to people. Maybe you have a mission for other people that you have been putting on a side because you were dealing with this relationship or with this situation, that now it's time to go back to your mission, because you're placed here on earth for a very specific reason, and that job has to be done, and it has to do also with you, with your own personal satisfaction, and not just being drained by a thing or a relationship, or your energy being drained for another person. I know it's very, very specific, but this is what I am seeing. Did I got the other card? No, I didn't. When I'm channeling, I don't know what I'm doing. I just keep talking. We have the Unity card. That's very interesting. This is number 5, which is the number of change. Maybe you're very connected to fairies, so go out in nature if that is the case. I made a video on Patreon about fairies. Very interesting creatures to work with, that is for sure. Do the right thing for the right reason. Do the right thing for the right reason. For yourself and for others as well. Compare traditional versus new approaches to see which works for you. A spiritual-minded community. It's time maybe to go back to spirituality. It's time to go back to your calling. And it's time to see what you have been doing in the past that has been working, and perhaps things that you have never tried before that you should try and do a comparison of like, okay, I've been doing this for a while and it wasn't working. Let me try something different now. Let me actually listen and walk away and do things my own way, because I'm not getting anywhere in this energy. So the month of February is about transformation. Like I said, it's about change. It's about, healing, deep endings, deep truth, acceptance and realizations. But it's also about personal power and recognition. And success coming your way, that it's available and it wants to start to come your way, okay? Let's get another card from this, file number 3. The Divine Feminine. I mean, if you have been connecting to the Divine Feminine, I made a video on my other channel about the Divine Feminine. It's time to receive. In number 11, it's time to, the doors are open for you to receive. So stop blocking your blessings, because you are out of alignment. Blessings can come when you are in alignment. Vadim Zealand in Reality Transurfing calls it the wave of fortune. When you are in a certain state, which is a high vibrational state, you have something, the pendulum swings you so strongly in higher life tracks, so that all of a sudden all the good things start to come your way. That's being on the wave of fortune. It's like a frequency wave. You can get there if you liberate yourself in the month of February. You can allow these blessings to actually happen. You can be in your wave of fortune moment. I have made a video on the wave of fortune. If you want to see it, it's on my other channel for free. The other channel is called Nita. Let's see another card. Number 3. Soulmates. So that was unexpected. So see, yes, you're walking away, but maybe you're not even walking away from a person. You're just walking away from a city, from a place, from a career, from something. And boom, you meet your soulmate. Or maybe this is just a moment where you gotta walk away from your soulmate, then to be reunited again. That could be a possibility. I need to honestly clarify this card. This is number 33. This could be your age. This is also the age of Christ, awakening the Christ within, the power of your manifestation, the power of awareness. Or maybe it's just you, because you allow it to happen, you're walking away from a bad situation, like we said before. Then the success, the six of wands, the actual real soulmates can come. And this person is not a person that you gotta put effort on. I mean, you always have to put effort in a relationship up to a certain extent, but I mean, it's more about when you meet your divine match, you match. Like, you know, it's not difficult to be yourself. You are encouraged to be yourself. They love you for who you really are, and you just match. I don't even know how to put it. It's like sometimes I see on Instagram, for example, like these interviews of, you could be celebrities or well-known people, and they're like, what is the secret for your marriage? You've been together for 30 years or something like that. And they interview a variety of people. They all answer differently. Why? Because there is no secret. Their secret is personal. It's just the fact that they were a match. Their own reasoning, it's theirs, because maybe that person needed, I remember somebody said, it allows me my freedom. That person needed freedom, and the other person could give it to them, and it wasn't a problem to give it to them. It was natural for them to give them freedom. They were a match. Or another person was like, it never takes me for granted. We always date one another, and we always make everything exciting. For another person, that will be exhausting, but because these two people do it so naturally to each other, that's exactly who they are, that's being exactly themselves, they're a match. That is being a soulmate. Soulmates is a person that you feel safe with. It's not a struggle to be with, and you just match on those simple little trivial things that when you are in a relationship, they make a whole of a difference. They can either make you or break you, and it is about a deeper energetic match in blueprints, and a deeper it's an understanding. Like, I see you, and not only I see you because I want to see you, because I love you, I see you and I get you, and you don't even have to explain me. I get you. That's soulmate. I hope I got you the right picture. But let me just clarify real quick why we have the soulmate card. The devil, because you, and the sun, because you gotta liberate. So yeah, this is how I see it. The way I see it is, you have been in a karmic or toxic relationship. You have been obsessed by somebody that is absolutely not the one for you, and you gotta get back on track. And your spirit guides and angels, they want you free. They want you out there. They want you to be successful and recognizable and free and liberated. And that's when they will make you meet the right person, because you have learned that karmic lesson that you gotta let go of what no longer serves you, essentially. It's deeper than that, but because we have to be general on YouTube, that's how I see it. Okay, I hope this reading resonated with you, pile number 3, and made some sense. Let me know in the comment section down below, and I will see you also next month for another prediction. I love you guys, and I'll see you very soon.